Welcome to March 9th. It's a Sunday, so you know what time it is. Reflect, refocus, and recharge. This one's a bit different though, so stay tuned. We're going to touch on burnout today. So part of why we do this reflect, refocus, recharge every week is to make an attempt to prevent burnout, to reflect on the week past, figure out what works, what doesn't for us, celebrate our successes, and then refocus. Using that knowledge, we refocus on the week ahead with something that is challenging but attainable. And then we recharge. We need to take a self-assessment and make sure that we're giving our bodies, minds, and tummies all that we need in order to be successful for the week ahead, to refuel, make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. So burnout is a problem these days. It's not just in dentistry, we're seeing it all over the place as people are pushing themselves to work harder and longer and against situations that they don't want to be in. So if you ever wake up and you think, wow, I should really be ready for the day, but you'd rather fight a raccoon for your coffee than go back to bed, that could be a sign of burnout. Burnout is more than just needing a nap. It's when your full system, brain, body, your motivation, is all looking at your calendar for when and if you can file for an early retirement. So today we're going to break it down. What burnout is, why it sneaks up on you, and some techniques for addressing it. I'll give you some resources too. So burnout is chronic stress that isn't managed. So that chronic stress is now running the show. It's a difference between a normal tired, where you take a nap or go to sleep, you wake up, you feel better, and burnout tired, where you go to sleep, but then when you wake up, you still feel like a phone with a low battery. There are typically three key features. So one is exhaustion. You feel like you need more than a coffee, more than one night's sleep. You feel like you need months off to recover. Number two, a big one that I can relate to off and on through the years, is cynicism. Things that used to excite you now feel pointless. Your job goals, you're beginning to make cynical comments and remarks about everything instead of just a few things. And finally, ineffectiveness. You're working harder, but getting less done. So how can we prevent or reverse burnout? So my suggestions. First, audit what you're doing. So we do that every Sunday. Reflect, refocus, recharge. So look at your to-do list. What's essential? What can you actually get done? What do you need to get done? How can you modify that if it's too much? Build recovery in. Schedule breaks daily. Take walks. Treat sleep like it matters. Meditate. Listen to music. Find other forms of moving your body. Get a sweat going. Detach and recharge. The best way to care about your work is to actually step away from it sometimes. Your brain needs space to function. You process things even when you're not doing them. So, give it some recharging. Reframe your productivity. You're not a robot, and this hustle mentality of always going is just leading to burnout. So, don't think you have to get everything done at the expense of your well-being. That's not success. That's self-sabotage. And finally, talk about it. Burnout thrives in isolation. You end up with negative feedback loops of ruminating on everything, and that just feeds the burnout monster. So tell someone, get help, have conversations, delegate when you need to. All right, burnout doesn't mean you're weak. It means that you care a whole lot and you've been trying really hard, but you haven't been refueling, you haven't been recharging. The best leaders Those above average leaders don't just work hard, they recover hard too. So what's something you can do today to really and truly recharge? To take yourself one step down the burnout ladder instead of up. A few resources. So Candy Weens has a good book. Her website also has a burnout risk assessment, so check that out. Also look up Steve Magnus and Brad Stulberg, The Passion Paradox. Those are two good starts. Have a great week.